Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring a lot of the new recent releases by Chanel. If you haven't seen the recent video, I picked up this highlighter, which is now available online. It was pre-order and then coming soon and then pre-order again. It's now available, so check it out if you wanted to pick it up. It's really beautiful. I used it again today. And I also picked up the new palette. This is the one in number 384. If you saw the swatch video, you could tell that these were going to be a little bit light on me, so I'll show you how I got to this point, but I also did try just these lighter colors by themselves so you can see them on more medium skin tone. I also picked up the new Stylo Lumière Regard. It comes in two shades. This one, I think the other one must be like this too, but this one is sparkly, so that's really not my style, but I tried it on today and there is one thing that I liked about it. And then we've got two lip products. So one of the new shades in the Rouge Allure Ink. So this is the shade number 234. I also have a new shade 170. Oh yeah, I'm also using my new ESUM brushes and the new ESUM Mascara. So let's go ahead and get started. I've gone ahead and done my base makeup because it's actually kind of late at this point. So the package just arrived. I swatched it. I did some comparisons. So if you'd like to see that video, make sure to head over there. It's one posted right before this one. But I went in with a Chantecaille Anti-Pollution Mattifying Cream first, as always, just right here in the center of my face. I also went in with this Chanel, the number 1 de Chanel foundation in BD 41. I went in with my usual concealers. I've got my SISLEY Concealer under the eye. I've got my Clé de Peau concealer in Mocha right in the center of my face. So I have La Prairie also under the eye area. I've gone with the Chantecaille primer, the eye base in medium. Eyebrows, Gucci eyebrow pencil, and also the Diorshow Pump and Brow. And of course, as always, my Perfect Blur Powder by Chantecaille. So that's what I have on my face. That we could do the bronzer together because this is the Terracotta Light in 01. So there are a lot of questions about what shade this actually is because it looks different on various sites. But I think if you go with 01, you should be okay. I do want to show this to you not all over the face as well because I applied it all over my face. And I know it is a bronzer, but this one can serve as an all-over powder simply because the glow on this is so subtle. It's a really pretty one. So if you want to use it as a powder, it works really nicely. So I've got these new ESUM brushes that they sent me. I'm going to go in with this lightest shade. Let's just go in this lightest one first, all over the eye so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to use it as a bit of a base, but it does have quite an orangey tone to it. This is the ESUM V34, by the way. Okay, so I can't really see that on me. It looks like just a powder on me, but let's keep going. This shade, the deeper one, it's barely deeper though, and let's go in the crease. So that is barely detectable on me. Barely, and because the finish is, it's not totally matte, but it's also very slightly satiny, slight reflective quality to it, but it comes across as matte, I'm gonna say. So it doesn't even have something like, if you remember Organza by Dior, it had at least a finish to it that you could see, but I feel like you can't really see this. So this is a no makeup look. We're gonna go in with a deeper shade now, just as an eyeliner and see how that works. I've got this ESUM T05. So let's go under so we can see what that color is at least. This reminds me a little bit of Skay. Do you remember that? It was an eyeliner that they had that had like this burgundy tone to it. Let's get a little bit of water here and see if I can make that more of an eyeliner. Just a little of Chantecaille's rose water here. So for me, what I want to do though is I want to build this up. So I'm going to take this and just see what this looks like all over the lid. I really feel like that's how it's going to work best for me because the other shades are just so close to my skin tone. actually, that's quite pretty on the lid. Okay, prefer that, I think. Okay, I think actually that just made all the difference. Yeah, if you're more medium in skin tone, maybe this is a better way to try it. I'm gonna go in with Chantecaille's Shade and Sweep. This is quite lovely the way it applies. It's very even, nice and smooth going on. I'm going to intensify that corner a little bit with the deepest shade as well. Now I think I'm going to work these colors in. So let's go in with this medium. We'll do like an ombre, and then we'll go in with this one closest to the brow. And then let's take this shimmery shade and add that to the lid. Okay, let me figure out, that's much better. Let me figure out some eyeliners and then we'll try out the mascara. So for eyeliner, I went in with Violet Damask by Chantecaille. I just tightlined with that. And then in the waterline and right above, I went in with Brun Agape by Chanel. Yeah, those are the only ones I used. We're gonna go in though with the ESUM Mascara, which is new, it launched this week. Right away, I like how the bristles grab onto the lashes. Really easy application. Really nice. Let's see how it goes on the bottom lashes. Sometimes that's a test for me to see if it becomes spidery or not. That's how I know whether I will like a mascara typically. Okay, it does a nice job on the bottom lashes as well. Let's see how much we can add on here. I forgot to put my rings on. I just realized that. Yeah, that's how late it is right now. Okay, let's go ahead and put on some blush. So I'm gonna go in with the same combination, Rose et Cream by Chanel. And then, it's like my favorite combination recently. And then 105 Clé de Peau right on top. It just has a beautiful glow about it. I think it helps to bring about the bone structure, which is what I like about the Clé de Peau blush so much. Let's go in with the Chantecaille Perfect Blur Powder. Going with the Rêve de Camélia highlighter. I recently featured this one, really pretty one. Lovely. Oh yeah, we've got to use that highlighter pen thing, which I'm really unclear about how to use, but I'm going to take this in the inner corner as well. This is the ESUM V09. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit right on the lid as well, right in the center. Let's go in with this pen thing. So this thing, the Stylo Lumiere, which on the swatch, I'm still not sure how to use this, but Margaret let me know that you can use it as a primer, which I didn't do. Highlight on the tip or bottom of the eye or over the eyeshadow. Oh, should we put a little over the eyeshadow? Let's see. And then on the Cupid's bow, I'm just gonna put a little on my hand first and then pat it on the eyeshadow. It looks really pretty right now though. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so there's the difference. Okay, that's pretty. If I use it sparingly, I think that's how I would use it, not too much. Okay, that's pretty. And then, I don't know, should I try it on my cheek? I guess we'll see, right? Okay, let's try. So it goes on like that, and then let's Okay, that's cute if you like that. It's not really my thing though. It does dry down. So that's nice. This would be nice actually if it didn't have such detectable particles. Yeah, if you wanted something chunkier in terms of anything reflective versus this, if you wanted something more visible, then this is more visible. Not my favorite, but I think I like it on the eyeshadow the best. I think it really enhanced the eyeshadow because it's so subtle, made it more interesting. Highlighter, oh, this is the ESUM W21. We'll test out both of the lips. Let me just fix my hair really quickly. Okay, let's go in with the lip, or we'll try both of them. This is 170 in the Rouge Coco Flash. And if you haven't tried this formula before, it is very hydrating. I wasn't quite sure how this would work with the palette because if you look at them, it doesn't actually look like they would go together, but I think because you get to see that transition between the deeper shade and that peachier shade, that's where it connects to this right here. Yeah, that's really pretty. I actually did not expect that to work, but I really like how it all came together. Yeah, I actually think the combination is quite sophisticated. Sophisticated and fresh. This is a Rouge Allure ink in 234. Okay, and as anticipated, they do look quite similar. Just the finishes are different. This is more intense. There's more opacity to this one, and it has a more matte finish. And of course now I'd like to see them together. So I'm gonna take the other one. I'm gonna take the Rouge Coco Flash and Romance and apply it on top of this. Just in case you want something with a little bit more opacity, but you want a little bit more of that glossy finish. So actually, let me just stop there so you can see the difference. So here is the Rouge Allure ink by itself, and then with the Rouge Coco Flash on top. Oh yeah, and then let's try adding this in the Cupid's bow. So before I talk about my first impressions on these products, I just want to revisit this one really quickly, the Guerlain Terracotta Bronze. I hope you were able to see that it does provide a bronze tone as well if I wanted to just use it as a bronzer, but like I said, I've been using it as an all over powder. The Clé de Peau product is a little bit light for me, so it works out. It just balances everything out. Gives a really lovely glow. So if you were wanting that, look for the 01 coating on that. Let's talk about this palette. I didn't think these peach shades would show up on me, and as you can see by themselves, they really didn't do much. It was just like an all over wash of a very, very faint color. It looked like a powder on me, but when I used it with this shade all over the lid and then used it above, I think that's when you could really see the potential of these shades on someone with my coloring. And then going in with this, I thought was really pretty. It was a nice, sophisticated spring look. So it's kind of hinting towards pastel, but not really because of that deeper shade here, which I think is really, really beautiful. And it's not too red. So when there's a hint of burgundy, I get a little bit unsure. Sometimes it will bring out the red in my eyes, but this one doesn't do that. It has enough of a base in here to really keep it grounded. Even though this is shimmery, I actually liked it. It was a nice subtle glow. This is how I would use this palette. I think to use it any other way, unless I go in with this as a crease color, that might work. I'll have to try it, but I really like it this way. Lovely palette. You just have to like this color story to pick it up. Then this funny Stylo Lumiere. I like the concept. I like that it dried down. I like that you could be really targeted in where you wanted to apply this, even though I put it on the back of my hand first. I just am not sure how much is getting dispensed at a time here yet. It's very new to me, so I didn't want to end up with too much. So going in here and just patting on my eyelid, that's where I liked it. I liked it on the eyelid because I think it complemented this whole look and it just elevated it slightly, made it a little bit more interesting, a little more evening if that's what you wanted. Yeah, really pretty. I thought it enhanced the eye look. I wouldn't use it here for me just because it's a little too, it's whimsical. I think that's what I'm gonna say. This is like a whimsical product on the face for me. So unless I had some reason to be whimsical, I probably wouldn't wear it on my face. Cupid's bow is okay, but I really liked the highlighter, the Rêve de Camélia. I prefer this for a highlighter and for the Cupid's bow. But on the eyelid itself, I thought this was really nice, but that's a very small part of the eye. But if you wanted something fun, you could pick this up. Then the lip products, I thought these were stunning shades. I don't have shades like this. Both lovely, lovely formulas. This is a matte, but it's not drying. So this is a really nice one if you wanted something more matte. And then this one in the Rouge Coco Flash, really beautiful, comfortable, very, I think, fresh looking. Actually, they're both quite fresh looking, but it just depends on your preference. Based on this first impression, what would I recommend to you? Actually, let me go back to this really quickly. If you have not picked this up and you wanted to pick it up, it's really pretty. So it's the Rêve de Camélia highlighter. Then for the eyeshadow, I think it comes down to if you like this color story, because everything performed really beautifully on. It just depends on if this is the look that you want. And then this, I don't think it's something I will use a lot. We'll see. I really did like it on the eyelid, but that's a very small space to use this product. So I think it's a very specific kind of purpose that you would use this for. It's not as multitasking as it says it is for my taste. But if you like more sparkly things, then you'll get a lot of use out of that, because I do like how it dries down. Yeah, it dries down fully. These lip shades I think are gorgeous. These are not new formulas, so if you're familiar with either one of these formulas and you like them and you like the shade, I would definitely pick them up. Let me know if you picked up anything, especially that palette. Let me know if you picked it up and how you are using it, because I'd love to learn other ways to use that palette. Like I said, I might take that deeper color and make that into a crease and see what we can do there. But overall, I think I liked it like this on my skin tone. I think it just maximizes all of the shades on there. You can really see how they work beautifully together this way. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other. Stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.